Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I've got this week's Pick a Card weekly tarot reading. Just a side note, please be careful this week. Be very mindful about everything you're doing. Be right in the present, focused on what you're doing rather than casting your mind back to the past, things that might have happened, or casting your mind into the future because we do have Mars conjunct Uranus, both of which are also conjunct with Algol, which is the fixed star of misfortune. So it's also brings violence and all sorts of things. Mars could be pushing you to get ahead and achieve something, get a project or something done, and you might be rushing and things can happen. Okay, so depends where in your birth chart Algol is actually resident as to which area of your life, but I will say that Donald Trump does have Algol in his natal chart in his 10th house of career and life mission. It is actually conjunct his MC, which is his vocation, life mission and direction in life. And he was born with that, so, misfortune can follow. All right, bear that in mind. But firstly, let's do the pick a card. So pick a number now between 1 and 5, and I'll do a psychic tarot interpretation. By the way, I've just finished a major article about the Perseids meteor shower coming up later this month and into next month. I will put the link on this post. Please go and check it out. And basically we're in the situation that we probably haven't been in for many hundreds of years, if not thousands of years. I did have a look back, but I couldn't see, I couldn't find where we had the Perseids doing their nightly meteor shower with the eruptions of corona. It's called T Corona Borealis. And every 80 years they go off and they erupt because there's two stars twirling around each other, and there's a process called accretion, energy of one star going into the other, and it causes eruptions. So in August we'll be seeing that and the Perseids at the same time. So this does not normally happen, but if you look into the mythology, as I have, you'll see it's about the divine feminine and how women who have been betrayed can, find healing, find solace and move on. And if you don't, if you stay welded or stuck to the past, you could become bitter and twisted like Medusa. So that's probably not a good idea, okay? You may not. I mean, everybody's different. But these are legends for a good reason. So, yeah, please check out the article. Okay, so 1 to 5, we're doing number 1. Let's move to the board. Things get skewy when I'm not here. It's Prince Harry jumps all over things. He's such a naughty boy. All right, card number 1. Card number 1, what do I see? Closing my eyes now. This has been interesting. So I was straightening this, and the next thing I see, it's like a door opening, but the door is on the slant, also like this background. So it's sort of on a diagonal slant. There's a way into something, but you might have to contort yourself in some sort of fashion in order to make, entrance into this opportunity. I actually want to say golden opportunity, not just any old opportunity, but something's likely to come up where you can see benefits for you, and you just might have to make some adjustments in order to take advantage of that. The card that comes up, the Tower card, this has been coming up so much. Okay, so basically a situation which you thought was solid, which is not. It's built on shifting sands. So it's basically collapsing. Okay, so you could be in a job where there's some issues. They have to maybe revamp things, revamp policies, make some hard decisions. Maybe it's not even that hard, it just sort of happens. So you'll already know about it if you're sensitive in any way, because we have this eye in the sky here, which is your intuition. telling you that something's falling apart, but the reason it's falling apart is so you can rebuild it much better than before, okay? And I know this is not the normal interpretation for the Tower card, but I'm going to say this is the Golden Opportunity card, because you're going to rebuild something that is really going to stand the test of time. This is probably a concept in your mind that's been there for some considerable time already, but it's just out of date now. And you have to, rejuvenate yourself in some way, and rejuvenate whatever projects or your work or whatever it is that you do on a daily basis, okay, needs to be rebuilt in some way, okay? And so the demolition of the current situation is about to happen, okay? It is a major arcana card, so it's potentially life-changing for you, but it's also a golden opportunity, all right? Now, number two, there's a keyhole in front of me. Do you have the right key to get into a situation? There's a hand here, it's a man's hand, and he does have a big key ring of keys. So it's through logical thought and action, and being proactive about trying different keys. That's a job I hate doing, actually. You've got a window, it's like, where's all the keys for the window, and go for all these keys. It's really hard. Anyway, well, I find it hard. Other people doesn't probably bother them. I'm just probably not that patient. But yeah, there is an opening here, again, in a similar way to number one. The card that comes up is the King of Pentacles. It's all about your money, honey. Okay, this is a masculine energy that has worked hard, been proactive, has taken action, and often, there's some sort of intellect required to do that. But more than that, there's also intuition that's required. You see he's wearing purple here. That's because he's in touch with his crown chakra, his spirit. And you'll see all these purple grapes in the background. So, in short, that suggests that it's time for him to take a bit of a break, enjoy the harvest of whatever it is that he's been working on, because he's probably been very honest and conscientious in his endeavours. He's quite spiritually aware, and he's in control of the situation, but he deserves a bit of a break to make the most of the harvest that he has built himself, basically. So, King of Pentacles, somebody really good with money. It can be a woman, of course. It's just that she uses her male energy in order to manage her finances, which is the right and proper thing to do. Okay, so that's number two. Number three, sorry, there's my phone. Been going all morning, that's why I'm a bit late today. Number three, what do I see? Oh, okay. First it was big yellow light, a bit like the sun, but it was actually electrical, but it looked like the sun, so it's a golden light, and then it turns into a set of traffic lights. So it's going through its paces, red, orange, green, and orange is like get ready to stop, we say in Australia. It doesn't mean necessarily get ready to stop in Australia. It means go like hell to get through the lights before they turn red. So the lights are going through their process. So this basically means even if you're held up for, a few days, it won't be for long, and then you'll be in the green mode. So you'll be able to go ahead full speed. The Lovers card, okay, very significant because it is a major arcana card. And this is all about coming to terms with a situation, okay? It's not necessarily easy peasy. It might be a bit, rough, like you're out on rough water or something, but you are making progress and there's healing going on. and there's some sort of coming together, unification of a situation, okay, getting things organised, okay. So it's happening, won't happen overnight, but it will happen, and this will give you more power. You will be a more powerful individual by getting these energies from your subconscious. They're coming up and you're integrating them into the main part of your personality. It's actually the divine marriage. That's why the angel's here, because what's happening is upstairs is overseeing this healing process and this process of wholeness. It's about becoming whole, becoming one. It can change your life. Okay, so it's pretty good. Number four, I see a candle. So this is like hopes and dreams. Sometimes it's like holding a candle for somebody. I say be a little bit cautious about doing that. If you do that, put a time limit on it. I've read for women that have waited for men for over 20 years. I don't recommend it because, I mean, it's you're sacrificing your life, basically. So I don't recommend it. So if you are holding a candle for someone, put a time limit. Ask yourself, am I prepared to wait 20 years? Am I prepared to wait, 10 years? Am I prepared to wait 5 years? And just put a candle on it. Put a time limit on it. The card that comes out is the 8 of Cups, moving away from a difficult situation. This is all about your growth, and if you have been holding a candle for someone, you might consider if it's time to walk away now. Here we have the moon just off the new moon here with the first beginnings of light about to come through, which is like a new cycle. Okay, so you're not quite into it, but it's coming. It's on the cards. But the green, all about growth. Lots of new energies that could come your way, could bless your life. So it's basically, retreating from emotional involvement and getting out of any sort of entanglements that might have hooked you in at some point. Okay, so all very good. That's the 8 of Cups. Okay, last card. It's card number 5. What do I see for you? It's very futuristic. I'm out in space, and but it's above the planet. But there's lots of little small spaceships, and I don't even know what you call it, like beams of light and curved beams of light. I don't even know what they mean. But it's a bit like if you think of the Jetsons, that cartoon. It's futuristic like that is the style. So this is about your future, obviously. And I guess it's about, in a sense, your present now, how you can deal with the present so that you have logical consequences coming into your future from how you deal with the here and now. The card that comes up for you is the Sun. Okay, this is brilliant. It's bright, it's safe, it's insightful, it brings happiness and contentment and all sorts of good things that are life affirming. So I guess it's basically getting in balance the past, looking back at the past, appreciating and learning from the past, but not getting stuck there. The present, being very focused on the present, the here and now, paying attention to what you're doing and not sort of floating off into the ether, being grounded in practical reality to do what you need to do, and the future, that which is coming to you because of the logical consequences of your actions. Sometimes there's even, more things come to you that are not logical consequences of your actions. They're like bonuses, if you like. Karma can come into play and bring things in, even if they're not so good. If you're doing the right thing and you've done the right thing in the past and you continue to do the right thing, eventually, the negative type karma is going to get less and less as you mature, because you're steering a straight course in your ship of life, moving forward and focusing on what you're supposed to and doing everything properly. Even if something from, which is karma, comes back from the past to bite you, you're going to find that it's minimised. Okay, so as you mature, you'll be able to look back and think, oh, geez, I would have handled that a different way when I was young, and now I'm older and wiser, I'm handling it differently. And the sun will give you that insight. Okay, so we have 3 major arcana this week, which suggests it's a very major week. We don't often get 3. And we also have a royal as well. So it's a pretty intense week. And do bear in mind what I was saying before about Mars, Uranus and Algol as well. Be very thoughtful about everything you do until, say, the 21st, 22nd, because this week is quite a critical week for a lot of people. All right, so that's it, everyone. I hope this is useful for you. Please like and subscribe. If you're new, that would be fabulous. Leave a like and a comment would also be pretty good too. Okay, have a wonderful week. This is a chance for, a real big period of growth, okay, this week. Could really set you up if you handle it right. Okay, have a great week. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.